students, we are going to learn something new in mathematics in this new year. Are you excited? Are you ready? Let's take a look. Around us, numbers everywhere, on your clock, on your calendar, on newspapers, on mobile phones, on the TV, everywhere we have numbers. Now take a look outside your house. You can see numbers on buses, you can see numbers on other vehicles, you can see numbers on billboards or the advertisement boards. Yes, numbers are very much part of our lives. So how do numbers help us? In so many ways. Like we started on the clock for us to know the time, for us to know the dates. When we go to the shop, we need to know how much money to give. Or when we get into the bus, we need to know where the bus goes. So all these things, numbers are very important. So let's begin our mathematics in class 2. Let's recap what you have learned and what you remember. Let's put it all together and then we will go into the other units. I'm sure you had a long vacation, so maybe some of the things needs a little brush up. So let's brush up all of it and then move on. Let's take page number 42. Let's see how much you remember. The first exercise is for you to fill in the missing numbers, which is very easy. The first exercise, you have to fill in the numbers after 38. Yes, 39, then comes 40, then comes 41, all right. So I'm sure you know that by now. So can you try and finish those exercises from A to E? Let's move on to the second exercise on page number 42 itself. Write the number names for the following numerals. So the numerals are given on your left side. Now you have to write the number names. Let's try an example. 30. How do you write 30? This is the numeral and "30" is the number name. You know it already, it's just a brush up. So the second one would be 36. 30 and 6. Okay. Can you fill in the rest of it? Alright, let's move on to page number 43. Write the number names of numbers represented. Alright, let's take a look at this. The first one, there is a box of tens. So if you count the tens, there are about 100. And in the place of tens, there is a single 10 box. And then in the place of ones, there is a 3. So your answer will be, so all you have to do is count the box like you did in the previous class. You will get the answers. Let's do one on D, the abacus method. So your answer will be, let me just brush through this is ones, this is tens, let's see, and this is hundreds. So okay, so we have to, this is the 100. Abacus, you all know, is the rod and the bead system by which we can learn the numbers a little better. So let's take the number 264. So 4 comes in the 1 column, 6 comes in the tens column and 2 comes in the hundreds column. Alright, you remember that from last year? Alright, let's move on to page number 43, last exercise. Again, it is to remind you about the numbers, what comes before and what comes after. So, after 43 comes 44 and then 45. In the similar manner, fill the rest of the blanks. Page number 44, write the numerals. So, the numerals, this is 37. This is the number name, so 37. So, take a look at those and fill in the rest of the blanks. Moving on to the symbols, greater than, lesser than and equal to. Remember studying this? Yes. Not everything is same. All the numbers have something bigger than them or something smaller than them. Some may be equal, that is the same numbers. So, let's look at this. Exercise 6. Compare and insert the correct symbol. Number 1, 35 and 7. Which is larger than 7? 35. Let's look at the next one, 75 and 75. Yes, they are equal to each other. Let's look at one more example, 30 and 48. Which is greater, which is lesser? That's right, 48 is greater and 30 is lesser. Now, moving on to ascending orders. Small, big, big, big. Just an easy way for you to remember. Ascending order is from the small one to the big one, and then descending order we'll take this big one, small, 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 small. Okay, just a simple example for you to remember. All right, the next one is easy and it reminds you of food. Yeah, color the 5th cake, circle the 7th hat. Easy, right? All right, let's move on. There are in page number 45. You have to fill in the missing numbers, but this time they are the even numbers, then the numbers counting 3s and then numbers counting 5s. So, let us see. So, after 4, the multiples, the even numbers of 4, 6, 8, 10, right. So, you can fill in those numbers. 3 is, again you count 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9. So, every 3 counts, you will write that number. And so is the easiest 5s. It's just easy, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yes. So, fill in. Now, the last one is place value house. Did you enjoy learning place value house in class 2? Let's try and draw a place value house. Let's draw our, remember our house and draw, right? It's easy, right? To do place value houses, because all you need to do is remember a house. So, this is room number 1, room number 2 and room number 3, okay? Or we can call this as room on the right, room in the middle and room on the left, which again you learnt. So, we are going to try 2 of the examples. Like I said, we are just reviewing about what you remember. So, let us take the example 45 and 213, 2 examples from your textbooks. Let us start with, okay, let us mark this, this is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds, okay. So, let us try 5 and then the 4 is in the tens. So, 45. We will learn a little more as we go ahead. Okay? Now, 3. 3, the 1 is in the tens room and then 2 is in the hundreds room. Alright? So, go ahead and finish those examples.